Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses, gang, and I got this question from a long time viewer, man, a long time supporter. He asked me for any advice when it comes to grieving lost loved ones, someone who passed, a friend or a family member that was that he used to be close to, that he was no longer close with upon them departing from this earth. So I will have to open up the video with saying that I haven't lost that many people that were close to me. Most of the people that I lost were people that I were close to, or people that I was close to at some point, but we just eventually fell out of, contact with each other. But I do want to break a couple things down before I give you my final answer. Of course, I looked up the word grief, and the word grief means to suffer, right? If you look it up, if you Google it, it means to suffer. And then I want to connect you with two points that I got from a book that I'm going over. It's called The Six Pillars of Self-Esteem. And in this book, it speaks on being present, and it also speaks on personal integrity. You know what I mean? So, as far as having personal integrity, when it comes to this answer, how do you authentically feel? A lot of people might think that you should be in pain, you should be crying, you should be actually, what up, man? You should be actually going through certain stages. And if you don't really feel like you should be doing that, that's not something you should do. Now, there's a difference between being integral when it comes to your job or a specific religion or something like that. But if those values don't actually align with how you actually feel, you're not really in violation of anything, because at the end of the day, it is pretty much all about yourself. And then we have that other thing, that other pillar in that book that builds self esteem, which is presence. Being grounded, being one with the moment that you're in right now. So if you combine those two things, you should definitely have that answer. Of course, I would say look to your body. What do you naturally want to do without any alcohol, without any influence of anybody around you, without you viewing how other people are dealing with this situation? What does your body want to do? Do you authentically want to cry? You know what I'm saying? If you do that, bro. Whether it be in front of people, whether it be by yourself. Do you want to actually reminisce? Do you want to think about the last argument that you had with this person? Because when I lost my cousin, man, it affected me. It affected me for about a good month. But what I did was, of course, I let it out. I didn't have enough money to go to the funeral. Um, but eventually, what I did was the best thing for me at the time was to embrace what had happened and understand, just from my personal spiritual beliefs, when somebody dies, when somebody becomes an ancestor, they're closer to you than they've ever been. You know, um, my personal spiritual beliefs is that when people leave this earth, especially if they're genetically related to you, they activate something inside you. You gain something from their spirit being on the other side, bro. That's me personally. That's me personally. I'm not saying that, like, let's say if my mom died, my mom's a great poet. If my mom died, then I will automatically just download all her poetic abilities or anything like that. That's not necessarily what I'm saying, but because you can only perceive them in a certain way now, you have a better connection because you can speak to them in a different way. I know I went kind of left field, my bad. But how do you do that? I mean, processing it, being present with the emotions that you authentically feel, listening to your body, and definitely embracing that. Doing things that would make them proud, if they were an alcoholic and you drink here and there, pouring out a drink for them, recognizing them in that way, having those small rituals, those small ceremonies. Not saying that you have to light candles and meditate in the dark or anything like that. Have a seance. I'm not saying all of that. But if they're alcoholic, man, get sober on their birthday or be sober on their birthday. Do things that you think that they will want you to do. Definitely take a minute to look at a picture of them. Definitely acknowledge their life and how special they were to you. And do things that they will. I know, I'm my bad, man. I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired. I'm about to work out and do yoga so I can wake back up. But remember them, bro. Remember them and choose to suffer if you want to suffer, and choose to heal if you want to heal. There's really no right answer. There's really no right answer. If you would have asked me how to get over a breakup or anything like that, that's pretty standard. But grief, how people process death, how people process the passing of a loved one, I didn't really want to make this a 5 step video because it's really not that simple. But just to reiterate the couple points, I would have to say acknowledge what death actually means to you. What do you actually feel when it comes to your body? Spiritually, what do you think actually goes on? Now, if you believe in heaven and hell, that's a little different. I personally believe that when people die, they go wherever they want to go or wherever they feel like they're supposed to go. So I process death a lot different than most people. But acknowledging them, holding those little personal ceremonies, knowing that they're still with you, understanding that they can see you, understanding that they're a part of you still. Man, the definition of an ancestor is a past loved one. It doesn't say anything about the person being genetically related to you or anything like that. So just knowing that they're still there, man, energy is it can neither be created nor destroyed. So just understanding that they're more connected to you than they were when they were alive. Feeling sad, very important. Not something that you should run away from, but process it. Feel it because if you keep pressing it down, it's going to manifest in unhealthy ways. Eric Skipper said, I had a trance once now that I'm convinced is a past life. I had a trance once. I don't know if you want to retype that. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. So you went into a trance and you had a vision and you think that was a past life. You were 6'2". No, it's cool. It's cool. So the thing about that is, I'm pretty much finished with that. With answering your question, Rusty. So just make sure you don't run from your emotions, and if you don't feel bad, bro, I, I lost probably between 2000 and before COVID and now, like 2019 and now, probably like 4 people, and we weren't that close. And because I was drinking all the time and I was so regretful that I could have hung out with this person, I think the homie deleted himself. And I felt bad because we were supposed to hang out and go to concerts, and I think he did it over a female. RIP to you, bro, but I think he did that over a girl, which really wouldn't surprise me. No disrespect. But I felt bad. I felt responsible. I was hanging out with this dude every day at some point, and I end up moving. And when I moved back, we were supposed to kick it, and we just didn't. But I felt like I should have felt really bad. And you have to get it, like I was crying, bro, and I wasn't even sad. Like I'd just be sitting there just crying out of nowhere. Not like boo-hoo crying, but I'd just be tearing up, just feel sad real quick and just be real in touch with that sadness. And when I actually meditated on it, I was like, oh, that's because the homie passed away, and I never really thought about it. I just tried to push it out like, last time I saw him was like 3 years ago. I don't really feel much. But no, this is somebody I hung out with all the time, bro. And not only that, I was becoming more open psychically. So he probably was coming to come visit me, and he probably was sad when he made his transition. So, being true to your emotions and being in touch with your body, you know what I mean? That's what I was talking about when I was talking about being present and having personal integrity. Now, when it comes to your personal integrity, that could be a weapon or that could be something that could harm yourself. Because personally, you might not feel like crying because you think men don't cry. That's not true. You just have to let your body do its thing, bro. If you wanna dance, dance. If you wanna cry, cry. If you wanna sleep, a lot more than you usually do because you don't know how to process it and you feel overwhelmed, do that. But your body's not. One more. Your body's not gonna lie to you. As long as you're not doing yourself any harm, go with that, bro. If you wanna laugh, laugh. But don't run from it and don't ignore it because it's gonna manifest physically, and that. There's nothing you could do, whether it manifests in your environment externally or it manifests in your body, or you're doing things subconsciously and developing habits or ignoring certain good habits that you might have. Listen to your body, and you can talk to your body, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. You might say, hey, where is this pain? Where's the energy of grief in my body? Show yourself. Close your eyes and feel where it is. Feel with your hands. Is it in my head? Is it in my throat? Is it in my chest? My ankles? It could be anywhere. You might want to shake off and dance or work out a little bit first. Just get your body moving, run in place, then sit down. Feel where the grief is, and then you might want to look it up. It might be in your knees. You might want to look up the significance of the knees in psychology or spirituality, and see what you find with that. So hopefully I helped you, bro. I'm gonna answer a couple questions and see what Eric Skipper's saying. It's not easy to go through. You need a good cry. Don't force it though. Don't force it. If you really need a good cry, bro, go in the mirror and look in the mirror, bro. Look in the mirror. Because if you're saying you need a good cry, you got some pent up negative emotions. And if you go in the mirror and look in your eyes and just search for that pain in your soul, you'll cry, bro. Rusty says, when I got the news about my cousin dying, I couldn't cry, but I felt like I needed to throw up, but I didn't relapse until a few weeks later. That's tough, bro. I'm sorry that you went through that. And as far as the relapse, yeah, yeah, that's sometimes that's a part of the process, bro. You couldn't cry. I mean, sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes it takes a minute. A lot of times we don't have the safety to be able to thrive cry. But if you felt like you needed to throw up, that's a good thing, bro. That's a good thing. That means you're healthy. That means you're normal. So, and especially that's your blood, man. Um, the stomach, I mean, not the, excuse me, not the reproductive, the digestive system. A lot of that, of course, has to do with cleansing. A lot of that has to do with the ego. A lot of that has to do with pent up energy that's in your gut, bro. In your gut has brain cells in it, bro. A lot of people don't know that. Your intestines have actual brain cells. So it could be something going on subconsciously that you had going on in your stomach, man. And I wish that I had more information on things like that, but I would have to say go to a guy named, I don't know if you know who Elliot Hulse is. He speaks on bioenergetics. You might be able to look up some good bioenergetic exercises that have to do with grief, that have to do with depression, and you should be able to look up what it means when you feel like you have to vomit, when you get that type of news, and exercises to be able to get into those muscles and to get into your digestive system. And if these issues persist, which I don't, they probably haven't, but because that was your first instinct was to do that, or your body was telling you this is how we need to express ourselves, I would definitely get into some core exercises and definitely breathing exercises, because when you do breathing exercises, you use your diaphragm mostly and you fill your lungs from the bottom. So Erica Sanders says, I cry whenever my feelings are hurt. It feels like a natural reaction. And of course, like I said, that's good. That's good. Your body's not gonna lie to you. Really, the only thing that lies to you is your conscious mind. Like especially if you don't program your subconscious mind on a daily basis. What do they say? If you're not programming your subconscious mind, somebody else is. So definitely take that in consideration. Your body is an extension of your brain. You do have brain cells all throughout the body. I forgot what that science is called, but we have the same fluids in our spine that surround our spine as we do in our brain. We have brain cells in our heart. We have brain cells in our stomach and our digestive system, all through our digestive system. And it's somewhere I can't remember, but it's definitely an interesting science. But I would have to say, definitely look into that, man. Core exercises, bioenergetics. Definitely look up Elliot Hulse, like Pulse, but with an H, and just get those emotions out, man. Definitely using them, writing songs, because that's what sucks. I remember the last time I talked to my cousin, I was supposed to spit these bars I had wrote with her in mind, because she was, I don't want to say she was depressed, but she would invite me over and we'll drink, and she would just be playing all the crying ass NBA young boy, crying ass Lil Durk, crying ass that fat dude, I forgot his name. I'm like, bro, why are you listening to all of this sad ass music? So it would just be that. And one day I was like, man, I'm gonna just write something to make her feel empowered. And she was at a party and she was like, okay, cuz I'm gonna call you back. I'm at a party, I'm about to go home. And that's the last time I talked to her. I never talked to her again. That was like 2 weeks later, somebody called me. My mom called me out of all people. And funny enough, this might be TMI, but I found out my cousin passed when I was using the restroom. I was sitting on the toilet. That's not the same as you feeling like you needed to throw up, but I was in the process of digesting my food, and I felt like shit. My bad, man. My bad. I didn't mean to laugh at you. My bad. Um, but definitely doing research, knowing yourself. And the thing about it is, since I got out of since not 19, since 2018, bro, I lost probably 12 people that I knew. And I never really had people die on me like that. I think I lost maybe one friend, but I got something with my karma, because when people die around me, they die by the bunches. Like when I was in seventh grade, I think I lost like four of my family members in like 6 months. I know my grandmother and my auntie Marquita died in the same summer, and I think my great grandma died, and somebody else died. It was like four people. Oh, my uncle Tony. It was a lot of people for a 11 year, however old I was, and I was just depressed for no reason. Well, not for a great reason. And then it was too many funerals. I just came back off the plane from Chicago. I didn't want to keep flying back. You don't want to go to your grandma? No, I just came from a funeral. Can I enjoy my life and do my homework? Damn. And then, hold on, I didn't really like that dude. And then the homie, like I told you, he died. My homegirl, the other homie, that's four. And then who else? I can't. A lot of people between 2018 and now, which I think that's how long is that? Like 6 years. That's a normal amount, like two, three a year. I don't know. It might not be Chicago shit, but so Erica Sanders said, "I understand two of my the what? That's horrible. Children. Sheesh. I'm sorry. That's horrible. I couldn't even imagine that." Now Rusty said, "I grew up thinking I would die all the time, so now I'm surviving. Now that I'm surviving, it's awkward hearing about everyone else I knew dying." I definitely feel that, bro. Especially, I don't know what you do, but especially when you are in a certain lifestyle with certain type of habits. I always thought I would OD or get in some kind of accident or just. I never thought I would. Me neither. You know, I definitely relate to that. Just hearing people died, and I'm just like, bro, I thought you would live for forever. I thought we would just be, you know, just and being young, just not having certain types of visions, just not feeling like at some point I have to start doing stuff. I have to live. I have to really take life serious. I can't just be laning all the time. I can't just be high all the time. And eventually, it's gonna have to be something besides this repetition of just going to sleep and waking up so I could just go to sleep, you know? Awkward. I mean, yeah. Awkward. I don't know if that's the word. That's what we gotta do. We gotta start reading, man. I gotta start reading too. I'm reading things that don't necessarily expand my vocabulary. Maybe awkward was the right word for you, but maybe that's not the feeling for me. It's just yeah, that is. It's a strange feeling. I feel like I'm out of the loop with this whole not dying thing. But one day, oh shit, I got my water right here. Fiji, and then the homie Simple the P died. Mm, mm, mm. That was sad, man. I gotta stop smoking cigarettes, man. Gotta stop smoking cigarettes. Simple. I thought that dude was gonna live for forever. That's crazy. And you know what's funny? Not funny. Do you know what's crazy? When I saw Andre Taylor, when I saw Gorgeous Dre make that video, and it was titled "Simple the P Makes His Transition," I'm thinking this nigga finally put down the pimping and picked the Bible. Well, not picked it back up. He was always in the Bible. Where you at in the Bible? Where you at in the Bible? Get the fuck. I thought that video was an announcement that Simple the P was no longer making YouTube videos talking about the game, and that he went to some church school and he was about to open up and start preaching again. But then they started talking about he died. I was like, what? Nah. And of course, the first thing was, damn, somebody shot the pimpin'. One of them Canadians lined sitting up and they shot him. Oh wow. So have I tried vaping? I have. I did try vaping when I was like 21 or 22. I stopped smoking cigarettes for like 2 or 3 days. But it just didn't feel right, man. It just didn't feel right. Especially I was smoking Newport 100 menthols, and I'm in California, and they don't have menthols out here. So it shouldn't be that hard to quit because there's something about that menthol taste, that kick, that just makes it a lot harder to stop smoking. But vaping is not healthier. It might be a little different, but it's probably not healthier. Erica Sanders said, I discovered him on YouTube literally, and literally weeks later he was gone. I've been watching Sinful since 2015, probably. That's crazy. Newport 100s, expensive. It's not as enjoyable. Rusty says it's not as enjoyable, but now that I cut down to 10 cigarettes a day, I can't believe I was smoking. Damn, 20, 25 cigarettes a day? Do you have a job? How do you have time to smoke 25 cigarettes? When I stopped drinking, I was smoking a pack a day. Now I'm slowing down, but I didn't realize that I have like underlying anxiety a little bit, I guess, or something. I don't know what it is, but there's a reason that I smoke. There's a reason that I drank so much too. But when I stop smoking, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out what exactly I have going on all the way. Just doing. I need to get back into my. I don't want to say shadow work like that. I don't really. I like that word. I don't want to say I don't like that word because I just made a video on it. But there's a reason that I'm smoking. There's a reason that you smoke. And it's not something that's necessarily apparent right now. But when you stop and you actually take time to, like I said, listen to your body and see what actually is there, then you'll figure it out and then you won't have to smoke so much. What? You said I'm also in California now. I buy cool mint flavored pipe tobacco in a carton of tubes. Where? How? So they sell the pipe tobacco. No, no. You know what? No. Lose here, devil. I'm trying to stop. I'm not trying to stop, but I would like to stop because, like I said, I was about to go do yoga and work out. And the reason, like I told you, well, you know, bro, I'm really deep with the meditation, but I'm limited because I have limited mobility because of my respiratory system. Y'all get them likes up, man. We should have more than one like. Come on now. Um, Me trying to work out and do yoga, smoking hinders those efforts. So with me doing the meditations, going deeper with my spirituality, I can only collect so much energy. I can only get so high spiritually because my energy's not circulating properly when I'm smoking so much, and I can't really get in there with the workouts and the yoga like that. So Destin Havenhill said the last time I was in California, this homeless man hooked me up with some menthol pipe tobacco. I just wanted a cigarette with Indigo Child. Sorry. Oh, W Indigo Child. I don't know what that is. But no, I don't want to smoke menthols more. Like I really do want to stop so I can get to this next level. Every time I stop a habit or every time I evolve and change something, I definitely get more blessings. And the blessing I need to give myself is working out. Like I just bought this, what's it called? This pull-up bar. My girl said that I need to do workout videos and do voiceovers with my workout videos. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I personally don't want to film myself working out because I am so skinny and it's just. But I could be an inspiration to somebody out there. If I could do a workout video and then talk over it and edit it, and I just got a new laptop, but I don't have Wi-Fi because that's what I do. So Dustin said, brother, they talk about indigo child. I smoke regulars. They're like born with a specific star alignment. Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about, like a star seed. I don't really know the difference between all of that. I'm just a man. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like an indigo child, I don't really know. Like my homegirl says she's a star seed. I don't know if that has to do with any intellectual, extraterrestrial activities. An indigo child, from my understanding, is somebody that has an advanced level of psychic abilities, like some X-Men type of stuff. Which, of course, I believe that those people exist. I don't know if you know what's his name, Lord Okidiosai on YouTube is. I think his name is 13 Cosmic Law on YouTube. 13 Cosmic Law. 13 Cosmic Law. I think he said he's an indigo. Right. He says their third eye is strong. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what I used to talk about on here, which got me the numbers. People always ask me, why do you have so much? How's your subscriber count so high, but your viewer count so low? Because I used to talk about doing activities that were contrary to the law. Firstly, that's how I got my following. And then when they put that, they changed all the rules. I started talking about spirituality and self development, and niggas didn't want to hear that shit. So now I'm here, and then here we go. Now I gotta go pretty soon, but if you guys do want me to talk about my journey with sobriety and all of that, because I did used to drink a lot, a lot, a lot. Like if you go through my library, I was usually drunk or high. Talking about that, let me address these few couple. Since I got to California to live in sober living houses, I started skateboarding again for that, cut back smoking, exercises, dressing a little better, and try to function as an adult. Well, that's beautiful, man. But being sober all the time sucks. It does, bro. It does. So for me, like, I didn't really see too many results, and I was just like, what is the point of this? Like, people do this all the time. I gotta feel all these emotions and think all these thoughts and have all these memories. But eventually, I mean, it's cool. It's not that bad. Destin said, bro, so I think my neighbor's dog just bit a lady. She was screaming. Well, blessings to that dog. I hope. No, I'm just playing. That's messed up. Erica Sanders said, I like Phil Valentine. He talks about interesting things. I don't know who that is, but I'll see if I can check him out. You're shaking. Well, Erica, you let me know in the comment section after this what you want me to talk about, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to definitely spread more positive information, even though the video did start out a little shaky. If you guys want me to talk about my sobriety journey, I think I'm like 60 something days, 67 days sober today. I stopped drinking on February 14th. I was in the bed sick, shaking, couldn't eat all day, and then I woke up. I was 20 minutes late for work, and I've been sober ever since. Which is not, I mean, that's cool, but that's not how I wanted to start this. But it's been interesting. I've been healthy. I've been gaining a lot of weight, and yeah, yeah, I feel better. I feel much better. But yeah, that's it. That's it, y'all. I'm gonna try to be consistent. Stay tuned. Put your notifications on. Peace out, Erica. Peace out, Dustin. Rusty. We'll be back soon. Be safe. Peace.